To be fair though, if we're talking about the shortcut and the chip, if there's one roamer in Indonesia I trust with the chip, it has to be Witty the Wise.
That's because this is what we call a witty party, right? Ain't no party like a witty party.
Ain't no party like a witty party.
But think about this. The only real good targets are if some way, somehow, Witty the Wise finds Kelra or Prince. Any other would be a non-starter.
Yeah, it would definitely be very difficult. You can already see here early on, at least a bit of difference. TLID, like Lofel said, not invading in the first 2 minutes, respecting it for now. They know how hard it is for a friend. Oh, what happened there, Yeskio? It looked like he was winning out the trade, and then now, I guess Super Prince got a combo in. Up top though, this matchup, Uranus versus Hilda. How does that work?
The Uranus wins about 9 out of 10 times. Like, he just stands there and forces the Hilda back underneath their turret or like back into a bush, and then you just get stacked so that Ionic Edge on. No, Witty's in trouble.
Revitalize. Use the Razor's Wrath! King Kong with a big bonk!
Nowhere to go for Witty but down. He did click his Revitalize, and now Kirk, same story.
Revitalize already used up by Kirk as well. This time though, there's Brusco to help him. Aran walking forward. Uh-oh. King Kong walking in. Revitalize here. Luckily, no bonk from King Kong. So Aran can get away, but still it's a win for FNOP early on.
Great use of the energy eruption. A lot of frontliners for Team Liquid ID, but now the story still, I'm worried about them, is their damage profile. Oh, the damage from King Kong's returns. 2v2. That's a tough party to start. Now comes Witty.
Okay, he has killed two. King Kong gonna be very low. Great Jikudo. RWM onto King Kong. That's a kill back. Feather airstrike used up by Super Prince. Gotta respect it as Rod walks in forward. Over to Blue Scope. Kirk walking up as well. Witty with the Crash Corso. Power Wilderness from Maran. Now Super Prince not caught in the stun. It is the cruise damage. Almost taking him down.
Kirk here in the middle of the crossfire. 4v1. Gets out of there. And I think this is just Liquid ID securing the turtle. Rough start, but eventually the cavalry does get chugging along.
The Brawl server does what the Brawl server wants. It's brawling up in here. A lot of the early fights happening earlier. Getting a 1,000 gold lead, so already a different story. But for FNOP, as long as Kelra and Prince stay untouched, it should still be A-okay.
And that is currently what Team Liquid ID might be trying to fix.
Yep.
They put a lot of pressure on the Kirk, not having any of it. A lot of pressure on King Kong. He's a utility jungler. He's used to this. He's supposed to be doing this. What can Liquid ID do to put some pressure on the gold standard? How can they force Super Prince to pop the feathered airstrike early to make that a less than ideal approach into Witty's crash course into the shortcut, because we haven't really seen it. He turned level 4 like 30 seconds, a minute ago. Here's a start.
Brusco trying to catch Aaron Chicky. He has the BMI defensively placed back very far away, so he's always able to tap that. But you can see FNOP are playing it well, man. Every single time TLID force something out, there's always a great response over. And that 1,000 gold lead is gone. Brusco, Jikundo, Wade the Dragon. Witty with a Revitalize, Aaron Chicky with a Blazing Duet.
And now Witty looking to start it up. Not gonna happen. No shortcut coming through. Eventually, the delayed approach. Kirk comes through with a Revitalize of its own. Aran in trouble.
Isolated, Revitalize, big bonk! Coming down, Aran still able to survive in the bush. RWM over to Kirk now. He's gonna be taken very low. BMI forward. A Purify out with a Feather Airstrike. Aaron Chicky BMIing again to safety. And it becomes, what, a 1-for-1 in the end?
The circle to the square. We're at the point where in early game, damage profiles for both aren't there quite yet. So it's the early game chunkiness of Team Liquid and Fnatic Onyx's lack of items just yet that's making these fights lead to nothing. Trades that have no real openings, no conversions. 300 gold, that's where we found Team Liquid ID when this fight started. Now they're looking for a play. Witty here in control of the River Brush.
Way the Dragon, over. Burst down, Feathered Airstrike, no shortcut. He gets slain before he can even place it down. Wait, it's still on cooldown anyways. Fabian able to get the XP grab, one level ahead of King Kong.
Man advantage for the Super Fam. 3v4. Current numbers don't favor the cavalry. Look at Fabian. Oh, putting Kirk down to a 10th of his health.
Fabian wants to go in. Great taunt over from King Kong. Fabian goes in, but King Kong wins out the Reggie battle. Brusco comes in with Jikundo, able to knock him up into the Appraiser's Wrath. King Kong with another bonk on Fabian. Shortcut to
Here we go.
Aaron Chicky coming down, Blazing Duets.
The Witty party leads to the beast getting slain. Now they send Fnatic on attacking.
Way of the Dragon over to Aaron shaking to revitalize doesn't help him enough. Kirk spins around and gets the kill. Now it's Witty next to the chopping block. Super Prince getting that kill.
They got oiled up for nothing, slipped on their own plans. Fnatic, Onic, PH punishing Team Liquid ID for brawling too hard.
Too much brawl, and FNOP know exactly how to deal with it. They can play the brawl game themselves, it seems. Kelra up top. That's an SP. That's a Sky Piercer for Kelra.
That's a go signal for Fnatic Onic to turn it up a notch. Just one gear. Maybe just one gear. They've had it with these fights not leading to much. They've had it with Aran running away. It starts here now, 6 minutes in. King Kong locking in the Thunderbelt. Something tells me that also is a clear sign from Fnatic Onic that they want to go faster. They want to have King Kong not even just bonking dudes, just coming in, zoning, hit, and then keep going that way. And it'll make Aran think twice about just checking bushes like that.
Definitely. You can again see for FNOP, it's all about suffocating TLID now, right? That they have the gold lead, they have King Kong where they want them. It kind of comes down to, again, Super Prince and Kelra. They already have so much gold. That's a Sky Piercer and a Hunter Strike for Kelra. Cooldown boots too. So wants to get as many Rhapsodies. Actually, is it for the dash? Is it just for the dash? It has to be cooldown,
For
right?
the dash and just even the
Rhapsody?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just full on procs from Kelra. What I'm impressed with is Super Prince's choice of boots. It's penetration boots.
Yeah.
So that means these early fights, they're gonna favor those to push forward their advantage. Look at this, Aaron Shiki, outranged.
Glass cannon for Super Prince, but oh, bottom lane. Whoa, Kelra gets picked off. A great shortcut from the mid lane, from up top, and now they go back in. They're gonna try to go for the turtle. King Kong's already on it. Witty wants to go for the crash course, gets taunted up. King Kong's still on it.
The beast is outnumbered, circled in by 4 young stallions. Can he take this?
Kirk is going on to Fabian. That's a severed soul. Fabian wins out the retreat battle. That's a blazing duel with a Purify out. Brusco still able to get the way to Dragon, but now it's Kirk isolated, dashing away. Fabian with a stun.
And that is Flavor Fave cooking, taking down Kirk.
A great brawl from Team Liquid ID from a pickoff. It started off by them going into the bottom lane, utilizing the macro advantage of the chip.
It was a pickoff that we didn't see. We only saw the aftermath. So one could assume Kelra was blind to the crash course shortcut combo. The witty party he wasn't seeing, wasn't expecting, caught him off and led to that turtle going over to Team Liquid ID. Last turtle of the game. So this is a turtle advantage for Liquid ID. So far, so good. Brawling, paying off.
Denying the witty party is just so difficult right now for Kelra, right? Every time you say no to it, but then he just comes crashing.
You have to be able to what? That's why maybe he invested in these cooldown boots to be able to throw those Rhapsodies, check in, because I'll tell you now, Brusco can't check every bush. Prince can't just throw his skills at every bush.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy a go for Kelra here. He suffered his first death in the whole series, and Liquid is 1,000 gold ahead. They push top lane, they push bottom lane. I think the players just keep going faster.
Whoa.
Go faster. 6.9k now on Aaron Shiki. So
exactly.
he's on top of the gold rankings here. Built his Trinity already.
Really quick. 8 minutes and 40 seconds on the 3-item power spike. So he's been farming really well. He's obviously gotten 2 kills and 2 assists too. Fabian, Brusco goes in. Great real world manipulation.
And nothing to call for because they zoned out the rest of Fnatic Onic. Brusco down.
Aaron Shiki with the blazing duet. Fabian gets the kill, the stun, and the soul sever. Now Aaron able to bait out King Kong for a bit, but TLID, they saw 2 members down, Lord up in 9, we're gonna go for it.
Some cracks showing in Fnatic Onic's armor. The fact that they need to be in the right positions to be able to deal the right amount of damage was checked by Team Liquid ID, and now the map is turning blue, literally and figuratively, and the cavalry are galloping anywhere and everywhere they want. Look at how far off Witty is. And now the shortcut triggered in. Why walk? Scoring 1 for Flavor Fave.
Great neutral objective take from the young Stallions here. 2.4k gold lead, 8-7. We get to a point where FNOP now will have to defend up against the Siege. So let's start talking about the Siege. Range-wise, Aaron is definitely going to be struggling without the Melphic gun at least. He's already building towards the Melphic gun. That will definitely help him in the Sieges. But Yehezkiel has to be the main key. for the sieges,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And even Witty, there's no full initiation with the Hilda and the chip.
That's right. The Ghost and the Wise have been instrumental. They have been impactful to put Fnatic Onic into a corner like this. The way Yezkiel uses the RWM zones out the perfect kill box for Fnatic Onic. Weedy catches off guard those cores and forces things like this because they know that Weedy could be anywhere. They actually saw Weedy last in the bottom lane, and they actually set up a nice slow push down there. So Fnatic Onic, they can't respond.
And they're going to let the bottom lane push in just with the minions. Kelra going to be sent down below to deal with it. Aran still in the bush screening and looking for FNOP. Knowing the positions, they send Fabian, the Usurper, into the mid lane. Flavor Fave getting tier 1 down. Now it's tier 2s on the board. Triple Friend still up top to try to defend. Brusco, Cheat Kundo, not used to go in. It's just a bit of a bait, a bit of a threat over. Yezkiel losing a bit of HP. Melfic gun for Aaron. That'll definitely help in the siege. 2 tier 2s already, and they're looking at the last one up top.
Fnatic Onic, very defensive positioning, very defensive maneuvers. Even Aran able to check him. These bushes are now lethal for Fnatic Onic PH. Something tells me this next Lord might be their next attempt at regaining control of this game. 11.5 minutes, so when this Lord spawns, it will be enhanced. It's the kind of Lord that jumps. So if Fnatic Onic can put themselves in a position where King Kong and Kirk can get into the face of Yezkiel, get into the face of Aaron, then we're cooking. But right now, Liquid clearly in the lead, clearly in control.
They're definitely trying their best as well to utilize this lead to get as much tempo on the map. Again, FNOP, they're doing a good job too at retaliating, I would say, to the tempo of TLID. They know that Witty could be anywhere, like you said, so they're grouping up as much as possible, letting King Kong open up, Brusco too, and playing it really safe for Kelra and Fritz.
Yeah, all the more these battle spells matter for Fnatic. Those battle spells, each one equaling to a kill, each one equaling to a trade that they can watch out for. 30 more seconds. Super Prince using the Feathered Airstrike to check in, spots that River Brush. There's 2 in there at least. Aran and Fabian kicking out the Usurper. Fnatic Onic can't cross the river, man. That's how dangerous it is.
It's very dangerous with a chip. And by the way, this is Revitalized chip, right? So again, the tankiness that you kind of lost with the nerfs, you get back with the Revitalize a bit, not all of it, right? Sustain, Aaron knows Bruce goes there, BMI's back, and Lord now won't be spawning in the game. This is the second Lord of the game, this time enhanced in the 12th minute. King Kong trying to get back control of the Lord, trying to reset it away from TLID, because TLID have some really good setup.
It's a Filipino special, setting up for the dance. How does Fnatic quell this engagement? Because even without a flicker, the engage on Witty and his shortcut is real. The threat, the fight begins.
Wait, the Dragon over to Aran, pops in Revitalized, Blazing Wind coming down as well from Aaron Chiki earlier. Kelra getting rid of him. Appraiser's Wrath used up already. It's a 1-for-1. Brusco for Aran. Now both teams will reset the Lord. Not going to be taken, no commitment just yet, but it is very low.
Ooh, Lord down to 1/10 of its health. King Kong and Fabian coming through.
That's Anana almost got him. Aaron Shiki on it. King Kong gonna be melted down by Aaron Shiki. Now it's Kelra with the Rhapsody onto it. Fabian, Soul Sever, and the Retribution to secure the enhanced Lord. And Team Liquid, they tangoed to the winning team fight.
From endless nights of ranked game grinding to the upper bracket finals, Fabian and the untouchable Aaron Shiki tag team Fnatic Onic for that second Lord here. 14 minutes in, all the lanes are slowly gonna turn blue. 10 seconds from now, that evolved Lord will march on through the bottom lane. How does Fnatic Onic defend here? It looks like Liquid are just the right amount of aggressive to force Fnatic Onic to pop their ults, their battle spells early, but wait, now that I mention it, Fnatic didn't spend any. I think part of them knew they weren't going to get that Lord.
No, I think it's just back on cooldown here because Aran used it already as well in the fight, so they just had more Revitalizers. Both of them popped in their Revitalize. It's 2 against 1 technically for the Revitalize, so sustained battle. TLID have been able to take in the poke from Kelra, from Friends, utilize it to Revitalize to get out. Ooh, Kirk almost picked up by Mr. Fabian there. Luckily, no more members around to capitalize on that damage. But take a look at how TLID are managing the waves. They're actually going to slow push bottom lane, shoving all of it, and then they're going to have a 1.5 wave, I would say, in the bottom lane together with the next mid and top wave.
Oh yeah, no doubt,
Oy.
no doubt. Bottom lane's going to get popped here. Aaron Shiki, great use of his kit. spacing through Fnatic Onic. Lord's gonna crash in, taking out that inhibitor.
Okay, base turret number 1 taken down. Yehezkiel low, and you can see why he's playing it so safe right now. He knows it's very easy for Super Prince to poke him, to maybe even execute him, if he stays in range of the Death Sonata and the Feather Airstrike. So he'll just come in very late. Kirk, Consecration used up. There we go. That's a Death Sonata over to Yehezkiel. Threading the needle. Kelra. And this might force TLID to go back. Meanwhile, Brusco scheming in the flanks.
Looking for an angle. I guess he was just out there cutting. That's what happened in mid lane there. So Brusco doing a bit of work. He knows that it's not the time to fight. He knows that it's not in Fnatic Onic's best interest to start fighting, because Yehezkiel is a menace. Look at this, 70,000 dealt in a 15-minute game. How do they find him? I'm looking at it now. Fnatic Onic do not have the resources to just burst down a single Eve.
It's all the consistent damage, I would say, right? It's DPS, slowly but surely poking your opponents. And though I would say when it comes to the range battle, Prince should have an advantage, it's just burst. You use the Feather Airstrike, it's going to be a long cooldown on it. Meanwhile, for Yehezkiel, it's constant Void Blast, constant slows, the glowing wand procs over and over again.
Even the Crystal can check where Brusco is.
Yeah.
And once Brusco finds you, you see a shadow of a Cho, you flicker away in the other direction, drop your ult.
Exactly.
And that's what Team Liquid has been doing in the past 15 minutes. Lord spawns lower quarter here. Luckily for Fnatic Onic, that is where the damage has been dealt. That is where they got penetrated. Ooh. And it looks like they might go for a play. Look at this blitz by TLID. Brusco going in.
Oh, real room inflation used up already. Weedy in the flanks right now. Goes in for the conceal as well. King Kong going to be able to spot him as Kirk goes in for the chase. Aran so zoning him away. TLID will decide to back away. That's another airstrike over Aran. Aran Shiki diving in with a nature of Kelra.
He does commit with the ult that resets the Lord. Now Weedy goes in with a shortcut.
Fabian's still there. Revitalized for a Weedy. Some health bars already very low for FNOP. Kirk taking a lot of damage again. Kelra, Kirk, and Brusco are all a quarter of his HP. Brusco jumps in. Fabian claims the Lord. That's an immortality. Already popped already. And Brusco will be slain. That's a killing spree for both Fabian and Aaron Shiki. Kelra kiting away. Slowed down with a Wishing Lantern by Yehezkiel.
There's no need for more from Liquid ID. It was a revitalize that Weedy did. Everyone was already in range. The shortcut slowly becoming overkill for Liquid. Approaching the 10k gold lead, Aaron Shiki selling his Wind of Nature, now picking up a winner crown. It was the right amount of firepower. One would say maybe it was too early, but it was enough to put down Brusco and Kirk low enough. Now the Fnatic Onic's missing their front line. King Kong can't do this alone.
Oh, look at the poke with the arrow, the shortcut coming down. Real manipulation in towards the stun. Blazing duet from Aaron Shiki. The base is wide open. They go for it right now. It is Team Liquid ID.